Welcome to Magic to Millions,
We document this guy's journey
where I take this stuff.
and turn it into this stuff.
Alright guys, welcome back. So bit of a monthly update for you. What did I get this month? There was a big sale on TCG Player. So a real quick aside on that. TCG Player does these big sales on singles and sealed a couple times a year. The sealed one is in particular the one that I target because it's the biggest volume for my buck. And it also lets me get my good cost position on stuff that I'm not going to sell for a while. I don't really have any interest in buying out singles currently. I'll probably start buying some reserve list singles and stuff like that maybe on the next singles buyout that I see. But TCG Player did a 15% store credit back on everything you purchased up to $50 an item. So what did I buy? I targeted Pokemon this time because I have some boxes that I still need to get. So this is a case of Astral Radiance, I believe. Yep, Astral Radiance. And then there's also a case of Fusion Strike. This one unfortunately came in damaged and dented in a little bit, so I'm currently working with the seller to get that resolved. And somewhere, I don't know where I put them, but there should be 6 Darkness Ablaze boxes as well. I have 3 of them currently sitting here in front of me. Boom. 3 of those. Should be 3 more coming in the mail. And then obviously I have 6 Fusion Strikes in here. Yeah, so that's Astral Radiance, Fusion Strike. And yeah, that'll go into the pile of growing Pokemon that I have to complete out the, Sword and Shield era block. So why do I wait for these big sales? From this sale, I spent about $25.50, I think, not counting taxes and shipping and whatever else. Call it like $2,600 all in. I think it's close to there. I got almost $400 back in store credits. So my effective cost basis on these is $2,200 for 18 boxes of Pokemon that are now significantly out of print, much older. I'm not a rocket scientist, but the new cost basis per box is $95 from distro, $98 from distro, something like that, depending on what you order, what your contracts, whatever the crap's going on. I'm not an idiot, but at distro cost, that's $1,800 basically. So I'm paying $400 over distro cost. That's crazy. Save your money and wait for these sales to come and hit, because you can capitalize so heavily on that store credit, because there's not a limit on how much store credit you get. It's just capped at $50 per item. So whatever you're buying, just make sure it's not over $500 an item. I know some of the stuff showed up in cases, some of it didn't, but I specifically bought and targeted sellers that had 1 to 6 boxes of these products that I could complete, because each individual item in a case counts as 1 item. So ordering 6 booster boxes versus 1 case, you make significantly more EV. So Darkness Ablaze is like $165, $170 a box. If you buy a case, it's just about $1,000. That caps out at $50. If you buy 6 booster boxes of Darkness Ablaze at $160, let's call it like $170 a piece, just for like easy math, that's 15% a box. So you're looking at 17, half of that, 18, so call it what, $8.50. So you're looking at $26.50 per box back versus the $50 for the case. So by 2 boxes, I've already made $3 more by buying quote-unquote loose boxes on those sales. So that's something you want to keep in mind and capitalize on. Pokemon, for the new stuff, from what I've seen, doesn't really have a whole lot of appreciation currently for the sealed cases, so I honestly don't care if I get sealed cases. I'm just going to stick them in a box anyway, and just going to sit on the shelf down here. You can kind of see the poke that I have building up over here. I have, I don't know, probably 30 or 40 booster boxes now just chilling right there. And these will all get added into the pile and stuff, and they'll also go to chill. But guys, it's super important that you capitalize on those sales and you look for those moments. If you can jump on those moments and lower your cost basis by $400 on a purchase of, even if you take $1,000 purchase and you lower it by $150, $850, that's a lot of cards that you can buy for $150. That's, it's almost a Modern Horizons box, I think. I think those are like $260, something like that. If you want to go buy Pokemon boxes, you can go buy a Darkness Ablaze box. You can go buy multiple Sword and Shield boxes. You can almost buy a Brilliant Stars box for that. Let's go Magic singles route. You can buy reserve list cards. Varchild's War Riders, $5 a card. You can go buy, 8, 10, 20, almost 40 of them. Like 35, something like that, 36, 32, somewhere in there. Yeah, that's a lot of cards that you save money on, and you can redeploy that capital and just buy and absorb more. And that's kind of like just what I wanted to go over really quickly today. This video is not going to be super long because it's going to be a pretty short one. I know I've been talking about the big buy that I have coming up for the past month or so now. I believe I'm going to go pick it up next week or the week after, so should be in next month's monthly update. But this sale happened the last Friday of June. So it's in this update. I was waiting to deploy my capital for the month, and the sale popped up, and I was like, well, time to buy this instead, because I'm not going to just go buy random singles and, bullshit skis and just chill on them. Like, I bought some slabs. I have an Alliances box somewhere that I bought. Oh, yeah. I bought this Alliances box. Picked this up for $1,600. I consider that a travesty to life that box is that cheap. Let's see. Also, I have this very neat print from Richard Kane Ferguson, signed by him. We had a fun little competition at the MTG event in Baltimore, and it was what was the coolest thing that we could find at the event for $20. And I think I win because I got the hand signed artist print for $20. Shout out to you, Richard. Fuck yeah. Richard's the best name ever. We're both named Richard, that's why. Let's see, what else did I pick up? I picked up a BGS 9.5 Antiquities slab for like $25, which is just crazy to me. Guys, seriously, look at graded. Like, if you have any interest at all in graded, buy graded slabs right now because they're so comically underpriced. I've been winning auctions for legitimately cost of grading. That's counting taxes and shipping. Cost of grading. Like, let's think about that for a minute. A BGS 9.5 card, even if it's a common from, say, like Antiquities, right? 10-cent common, 20-cent common, call it a quarter. If you go buy right now every near mint copy of some random Antiquities common on TCG Player that's under a quarter, let's say you end up with 40 cards. It's a 30-year-old set. You're not going to find gradable copies that haven't already been milled, plucked, played. Something is wrong with them. Print dots, etc. These sets are so old, you don't just go casually buy gradable cards from TCG Player anymore. You just don't do it. You might get lucky once in a while and have it happen, but you just don't do it anymore. So let's say hypothetically you get super lucky and you find one gradable card in that 40 that you spent $10 to get, plus probably $30 in shipping because there's going to be so many one-off singleton orders. But let's say you spend $25 and keep it low. You get one card out of there that's gradable in a BGS 9.5. Basic, quad, whatever. It then costs $15 to grade. So you're now in $40 to get one gradable card. Let's say you get two cards and they're gradable, which would be psychotically awesome if you did and incredibly lucky. You're now cost basis average of $55 to grade those two cards. Hope they both hit, which is rare. And then you're going to magically grade both of them. So you're in $55 now for those two cards that hit 9.5. I'm not an idiot, but almost $30 a card is cheaper than under 20. doesn't add up. This doesn't compute. These prices don't make sense. It should be $35 or $40 for that Antiquities card in a BGS 9.5 common. Why is the market like this? If you have any interest in vintage Magic, buy your graded right now because the prices are actually absurd. There is so much fear in the market. There's so much terror over MTG 30 and the world's going to end and WotC's going to reprint the Black Lotus. Oh no. They're not going to reprint the Black Lotus. They learned the mistake from MTG 30, I believe, I hope. Watching your stock go from $120 down to $45 is a bit of a warning flag. Even if it goes from 90 to 45, where it was a 50% drop in your stock price, that's like cataclysmic. And their stock now is back up to like 65 and floating somewhere in there. I have a huge earnings play I'm doing with them because I think they're just criminally underpriced at this point. And I think they've learned to not mess with vintage market anymore. They realize that that's a bad area to tap. It's bad press. It's bad for the stock. I don't think they're going to do it again. Not for a very, very long time. Long enough for the markets to recover and heal. But being realistic, if your cost basis on a 9.5 gold label slab is $15, who cares? You can't even pay to grade it for that. So guys, be smart where you deploy your money. Look in the vintage market. The deals are there. Watch auctions. They're not being watched right now. Auctions are free money. I can deploy $5,000 on auctions right now, sit on it for 3 years, and I'll probably make 20. That's kind of where I'm at. That's why I bought these Pokemon boxes, because I know in 3 to 5 years, these are all going to be 2 to 3 times what they're worth right now. Because these sets, some of them are already 2 years old, and they're already up 50% from where they were. All these boxes hit that $100, $110 range at one point, and now they're floating at $150, $160, $140. I think the cheapest one I bought was $122. I bought Chilling Reign at like $85. It's $100 and something now. Brilliant Stars, $170, $190. I mean, like, this is like no-brainer stuff, guys. Like, these sets are so cheap, they're so underappreciated, and there's so much demand for these things. Like, you can't ignore it and sleep on it. If you sleep on it, you're gonna wreck and wish you got it. So, guys, look for the times to deploy your capital. Buy on those big sales, capitalize on that cash back, and deploy your gains when you get it and when it makes sense. Cash is great right now. You get 6% on it. I like 300% though. So I've been buying vintage graded. I've been buying slabs. I just bought some more slabs last night. Just deploy your money, guys. Don't be afraid. Scared money doesn't make money. Fearless money will make a lot of money, but you can lose money. So just be careful. Be safe out there, guys. Watch what you're doing. Don't overextend yourself. Don't max out your credit cards. Don't be a Timmy. Invest where you can. Be smart and just deploy where you can and where you're comfortable. I'm comfortable deploying what I deployed. I saved up some money. I have some other buys coming up. I could have deployed more. Not really worth it. Other things coming up. Just go for it, guys. You're going to kick yourself in the rear if you don't. But on that note, though, guys, have a good one. Again, buying some Pokemon cards. You know, Coca-Cola had a random League of Legends thing, so I drank it. It's sugar-free. Woohoo, making gains. And guys, have fun and stare at my ceiling.